contract obligates you. You have to change the oil at a certain point because they call you. So oil change time. All right, so question, should your car be inspected from time to time? Yes, it should. Next question, have the tires on your car been changed? When should you change the tires? Cambiar las ruedas. You should. Some people don't change it. It's really, really dangerous for you and for other cars. If you suffer a blowout, un reventón, blowout, todo junto, blowout. If you suffer a blowout, you can kill yourself, but you can kill other people too. So, question, have you changed the tires on your car recently? Have you? How many kilometers do you have on your car? Se dice on. Repito la pregunta. How many kilometers do you have on your car? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000? If you have 40,000, maybe it's time to change the tires if you haven't done it yet. It's a little bit expensive often, but you need to change the tires. So make sure the tread, check the tread. Escrito tread, como el pasado de read, read, leer, añadiendo una T, tread. Check the tread on your tires, and you'll know simply by a visual inspection that maybe you need to change the tires, okay? Because otherwise it could be dangerous for you and for other people. Next question, was Paris an important city before Roman times? Paris, the capital of France. I love Paris in the winter. Okay, you know the song? I love Paris. It's a song from Hollywood movie. I love Paris in the autumn. Okay. I love Paris in the springtime. Do you like Paris? Have you ever been to Paris? Paris is the capital of France. It's the second biggest city in Europe, I think. What's the biggest city in Europe? Yeah? London is the biggest city in Europe, maybe. Now, maybe Moscow. Interesting question here. Istanbul. Istanbul is in Europe. Part of it, most of Istanbul. Have you ever been to Istanbul? Istanbul is separated as two sides, the Asian side and the European side, all right? And the European side is much bigger than the Asian side. It's divided by the Bosphorus, okay? El Bosforo, I think you say in Spanish, the Bosphorus, which is basically at that point like a river, but a big river. And on one side is one certain neighborhoods, areas of Istanbul and the other. Now, what's the biggest city in population in Europe? I think it's London, but Istanbul or Moscow could be competitors for that honor of the biggest city in Europe. And Paris, what's the population of Paris? It's around 8 or 9 million people. It's quite big too, but it's not as big as London, all right? Now, Paris is the capital of France. And the question here, was Paris an important city before Roman times? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Although Julius Caesar, in his campaigns in Gaul, es curioso, en español decís en las Galias, sus campañas de las Galias. And I don't know why you say Gallia or Gallias in Spanish. We say Gaul, Gaul. And I remember when there was a very famous novel in the late Middle Ages and the Renaissance period, Renacimiento in Spain, Amadís de Gaula. Okay, now Gaula is the same as Gaul. That's the old word for the area that is today France. But then when you talk about Julio César y sus campañas, when you talk about Julius Caesar and his campaigns, you say Las Gallias. So that's a question I haven't had time to research, which is really correct in Spanish, Las Gallias or Gaula, you know, because in English we say Gaul. Now, during the period of Gaul, Paris was not important, although there was a tribe, una tribu de los Parisi, and they were located in the area that is today Paris, of course. And then Julius Caesar passed through that area and even had some meetings in that area. But the Parisi tribe was not the most important tribe. during the Roman times. So, question, was Paris an important city before Roman times? No, it wasn't. It wasn't an important city before Roman times. Next question, was there a cemetery where your house stands now? I hope not. Okay. Cemetery, cementerio. Cemetery is where you bury people after they die. Cemetery. Fijaos. Cemetery. Okay, no hay ninguna N ahí. Aquí se dice cementerio. Okay. En French, cimetière, tampoco hay N. Yo creo que es una adición española, esa N en medio. I don't know how to say it in Latin. How do you say cemetery in Latin? Y ahí tenemos la raíz de la palabra, a ver si una N o no, en latín. I don't know. Cemetery. Question again, is there a cemetery where your house stands? Stand, como estar de pie. ¿Dónde está tu casa ahora? You remember the movie Poltergeist? Poltergeist. It's a story of ghosts and spirits and evil spirits. And the problem is because the residential area, the housing development, se dice development, desarrollo para una urbanización. We say una zona residencial, una urbanización. We say a housing development. That was built on an old cemetery. Okay. And so the spirits of the people who were buried decided to express their grievances. Grievances. They decided to express their grievances. Expresar sus reivindicaciones. Grievances. Interesting word. Creating some problems for one particular family and later for the rest of the families in the neighborhood. Poltergeist, quite a scary movie when it came out, cuando salió, when it came out, directed by Steven Spielberg. But my question is more specific about you. Is your house built, or was there a cemetery where your house stands now? Okay, probably not. Probably not, but you never know. For example, I live relatively close to the center of Madrid. I live in an area that maybe 400 years ago was in the country. But 300 years ago, I imagine it wasn't totally in the country. There are certain landmarks, okay, certain things, a palace, un cuartel. There are certain things that have been there for 400 years, but it's clear that they were built outside of the city, outside of Madrid, in the country. But today it's practically in the center. And it could be, podría ser, it could be that my house stands on a piece of land where there was a cemetery before. I don't know. You never know. All right, next question. Would Albert Einstein be over 100 if he were alive today? If Albert Einstein were, ¿por qué digo were en vez de was? Albert Einstein era alemán o suizo o austríaco. I think he was alemán originally. Albert Einstein was German. He was a German Jew or Swiss. He was, era o fue. Y fue un gran hombre. Yes, Albert Einstein was, pero aquí digo were. If Albert Einstein were, porque estoy diciendo fuera. Si Albert Einstein estuviera, o en este caso estuviera vivo ahora mismo, if Albert Einstein were alive today, he would be over 100, definitely. He would be over 100, okay, if he were alive today. Yeah, but he's not. He died many years ago, but he died when he was in his 70s or early 80s, so he'd lived a long life. The first part of his life he lived, I think, in Switzerland most of the time. I think in Switzerland. And then he immigrated to the United States in the 1920s or early 1930s, and he lived the rest of his life in the United States, I think principally in New Jersey. New Jersey is a state located just south of New York City, crossing the Hudson River. You're in New Jersey. It's on the coast of the United States, south of New York City. And New Jersey is the home. New Jersey is la sede of Princeton University, the University of Princeton, which is a very prestigious university in the United States. And I think Einstein was there teaching physics or mathematics for several years, for many years. Albert Einstein. Now, would he be over 100 if he were still alive? Yes, he would. And my grandfather, my father's father, how old would he be if he were still alive? Well, he was born in 1891, which means he would be about 118 years old now if he were still alive. Okay. My uncle, my mother's brother, how old would he be now if he were still alive? My mother's brother died relatively young. I think he was 58 years old when he died. And so that was a long time ago. If my uncle were, otra vez were, no were. If my uncle were still alive, he was born in 1920. He was born in 1920. So if he were still alive today, he would be 87 or 88 years old. Yeah, okay. His brother, my other uncle, is still alive. He's a younger brother, and he's 85. So yeah. But my uncle died young, okay? That uncle. But the other one's in good physical condition. All right. They're telling me that I have to say goodbye. All right. If I were able to continue, I would. But I have to say goodbye because we have to say goodbye because the class is over, because the time is up. It's time to say goodbye. Adios. So long means hasta la vista. Happy trails to you. Felices senderos es una canción en inglés. Happy trails to you until we meet again. And we will meet again tomorrow or very soon to continue in the quest to improve your English, okay? En la búsqueda de la mejora de vuestro inglés. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Vaughan Challenge.
Which one is correct?
Do you know the right answer? Not much time left.
The correct answer is...
A. If I had a good job, I'd enjoy working.
The Vaughan Challenge.
Choose the right question. It cost around €100.
You don't know, do you? Chop chop.
The correct answer is...
How much did it cost?
Creo que es una idea muy buena, que es para gente que realmente no tenemos mucho tiempo, pues de irte a Londres o a Estados Unidos, porque merece, por lo menos tienes que estar un mes para que sea algo mínimamente efectivo. En cambio aquí lo tienes todo como condensado en una semana, pero estás en España y pasas todo tiempo hablando, escuchando inglés, inmersa realmente en la lengua inglesa. Creo que es una buena experiencia y también a nivel personal, bueno, y sirve mucho para abrirte, para conocer otra cultura, otro tipo de gente totalmente distinta a la que estás acostumbrada en España, porque son otro tipo de entender la vida, de vivir la vida. Y luego también te hacen participar muchísimo en actividades y te ayuda, pues sobre todo a perder la vergüenza que tenemos, que es algo muy arraigado en los españoles. Mi nivel es exactamente el mismo, pero lo que consigues viniendo aquí es, bueno, perder la vergüenza que todos los españoles tenemos de hablar inglés en público, ganas confianza, te sueltas y por lo menos estás inmersa durante una semana en, bueno, pues con ingleses y en la lengua inglesa, y más que nada oyes muchísimo diferentes estilos, distintos acentos de inglés, y eso es importante. te das cuenta de que, bueno, de que tú también puedes hablar inglés y que más o menos te entiende la gente. Te puedes hacer entender y eso es importante.
Hello again, welcome back. I'm breathing. I'm breathing through my nose. Yes, breathing technique is very important for health. People who know how to breathe well often are healthier than people who don't. You breathe in and you breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Now to breathe is respirar. And it's spelled breathe, con E al final. The pronunciation is breathe, TH vibrada, breathe. Aliento, respiración is breath. I've lost my breath. I need to catch my breath. Breath. Some people have bad breath. Ooh, okay. So some people take mouthwash for their breath. Okay. Breath is aliento, respiración. To breathe is respirar. To inhale is to breathe in. To exhale is to breathe out. It's preferable to breathe in through your nose and to breathe out through your nose or through your mouth. It's not usually recommendable to breathe in through your mouth. Only people who are running a long race breathe in and out through their mouth. To breathe, I'm breathing. And when this class is over, I hope I will continue breathing.
The Vaughan Challenge.
Which one is correct?
You haven't got all day. Come on, come on.
The correct answer is
A. She thought about the problem. Pronunciation.
One of the questions was really tricky.
One of the questions was really tricky.
I'd like one of the new MP3 players.
I'd like one of the new MP3 players.
Why is one of the printers not working?
Why is one of the printers not working?
One of the.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Because of the.
Because of the.
Did you buy it because of the price?
Did you buy it because of the price?
I didn't buy it because of the color.
I didn't buy it because of the colour.
We arrived late because of the delays.
We arrived late because of the delays.
Because of the. Pronunciation.
the Vaughan Challenge.
Which one is correct?
You're running out of time. Only a few seconds left.
The correct answer is
C. My car broke down yesterday.
the Vaughan Challenge.
What's the missing word?
You don't know, do you? Not much time left.
The correct answer is
A. He earns a lot of money in his job.
No te vas a Inglaterra y oyes mucho inglés, hablas mucho inglés, pero solo con un acento, ¿no? Y aquí tenemos 12 anglos Y de los 12 hay 6 nacionalidades distintas. Como te digo, americano, canadiense, australiano, neozelandés, irlandés y un inglés. Entonces, distintos acentos y cambias, cada hora cambias de acento. Luego el oído, el oído tiene que estar muy pendiente. Creo que esa es la ventaja, ¿no? Que en muy poco tiempo escuchas muchos acentos distintos.
Hello and welcome back to the 1 minute English class. Frequency adverbs or time adverbs. Always, 100%. I always do the best I can. 100%. 90%. I usually do the best I can. Normalmente hago lo mejor que puedo. I usually do the best I can. I normally do the best I can. I generally do the best I can. That's more or less 90%. I often do the best I can. 50%, 60%. I sometimes do the best I can. Maybe 30%, 20%. I seldom do the best I can. 5%, 10%. I rarely do the best I can. 5%, 3%. I hardly ever. I hardly ever do the best I can. It's maybe 1%. I never do the best I can. Yeah, sumbago. I never do the best I can. I simply do the minimum. Just enough to get by. Yeah, the minimum effort necessary. I never do the best I can. So, never, 0%. Hardly ever, 1%. Seldom or rarely, maybe 5%. Sometimes, maybe 20, 30%. Often, it's relative, between 40 and 70%. Usually, 80, 90%. And of course, almost always, 98%. And always.
Pronunciation.
Fora.
Fora.
I'm going for a walk.
I'm going for a walk.
Jill bought it for a friend.
Jill bought it for a friend.
Can I see you for a minute?
Can I see you for a minute?
Fora.
Fora. Pronunciation.
The Vaughan Challenge.
Choose the right question. He pays me once a month.
Oh, you've really improved your English. Quickly!
The correct answer is...
A. How often does he pay you?
Hello and welcome back. Okay, we're back for our second half hour with two little kids with Sergio on my right. No, excuse me, Sergio on my left and Marina on my right. Okay, Sergio, is this a pen?
Well,
yes or no?
yes, it is a pen.
Is this a microphone?
Yes, it's a microphone.
Just yes, it is. Okay.
Yes,
is this a?
it is.
All right. Is this a table?
Yes, it is.
Is this a finger?
Yes, it is.
Is it my finger?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Is this a sweater?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. What color is it?
It's blue.
All right. Is this a sweater?
Well, I think so.
Yeah. What color is it?
It's blue, green,
And brown.
brown, and
All right. Don't touch the microphone. Okay. Now, is this my ring or your ring?
it's your ring.
Is it on the table or in my hand?
It's in your hand.
Is it a gold ring or a silver ring?
A gold.
It's a gold ring, okay? And am I putting it on or taking it off?
Putting it
It's on. And how many rings do you have?
0.
I don't have any.
I don't have any.
How many cars do you have?
I don't have
Any cars. And do you have a dog at home?
No.
Ask me if I have a dog.
Do you have a dog?
No, I don't. Ask me if my daughter has a dog.
Does your daughter have a dog?
Yes, she does. Ask me what kind of dog she has.
What kind of dog does she have?
She has a German Shepherd. Okay, ask me how old the dog is.
How old is the dog?
It's about 7 years old. Ask me how often I see the dog.
How of
How often?
how often do you see the dog?
I see the dog every day. I see the dog every day. Ask me why.
Why do you see the dog every day?
Because the dog is in the office where my daughter works. And ask me if the dog is always happy to see me.
Is your dog always happy to see you?
Yes, it is. And ask me if I feed the dog every day.
Do you feed the dog every day?
No, I don't. Ask me who feeds the dog.
Who feeds the dog?
My daughter does, okay? And ask me if the dog was born in Spain.
Was the dog born in Spain?
No, the dog wasn't born in Spain. Ask me what the name of the dog is.
What's the name of the dog?
What's the name of the dog? The name of the dog is Latha. Latha. Ask me why the dog's name is Latha.
Why the dog's name is Latha?
Why is the dog's name? Because it's from Lathara. Okay? Yes. And ask me where the dog was born.
Where
Was
the dog born?
The dog was born in England, not in Spain. What language do the people speak in England, Marina? Do you know? Do they speak English?
English.
All right. What language do the people speak in Germany?
German.
They speak German. Ask me what language the people speak in Japan. What language? Do you know?
No.
All right. Is Japan a city or a country?
City.
No, it's a country.
A country.
Is Tokyo a city or a country?
It's a city.
Is Madrid a city or a country?
It's a city.
Is it a big city or a small city?
Well, it's huge.
City. Is the Manzanares a river or an ocean? Do you know? Is the Pisuerga a river or an ocean?
It's a river.
Is it a long river or a short river?
I don't know.
You don't know. Ask me if the Pisuerga is a long river.
Is the Pisuerga a long river?
Not too long. Ask me if the Mississippi is a long river, Marina.
The Mississippi is a long river.
Pero es una pregunta. Is the Mississippi?
Is the Mississippi a long river?
Yes, it is. Ask me if Orlando is a big city.
Orlando is a
Es
big
una pregunta. Is Orlando?
Is Orlando a big city?
Yes, it is. Ask me if Florida is a big state.
Is Florida a big state?
Yes, it is. Ask me if there are a lot. Yes, it is. Ask me how many people there are in Florida.
How much people are
How
there?
many?
How many people are there in Florida?
There are about 20 million people in Florida. Ask me how many people there are in Spain.
How many people are there in Spain?
There are 45 million people in Spain. All right? Ask me how many people there are in this room.
How many people there are in
Are
this
there?
room? Are there in this room?
There are 12 people in this room. Ask me how many people there are in front of the camera, Sergio.
How many people are there in front of the camera?
There are 3 people in front of the camera. You, me, and your sister Marina. Yeah, all right. And is Marina 6 years old or 5 years old?
She's 6 years old.
Is her birthday in February?
Nope.
When is her birthday?
It's in March.
It's in March. Is it at the end of March or at the beginning of March?
It's at the end of March.
So, in March, will she be 7 or 8 years old?
She will be 7 years old.
All right. Is she in the first year in school or in the second year?
She's in the
Fourth year. Fourth year. And does she know how to read and write?
Yes, she does.
Does she know how to read and write in English too, or only in Spanish?
Well, she knows how to.
To
I
read?
don't know how if she knows how to write, but she knows how to read.
In English?
Yeah.
All right. And does she speak English better or Spanish better?
I think that She speaks Spanish better.
Okay. And did she know English before you went to Florida?
Well, very little.
Did you know English before going to Florida?
Yeah.
You did? All right. And how long were you in Florida?
I was 1 year.
1 year in Florida. And did you live in a big house or in a small apartment?
In a big apartment.
In a big apartment. And did you have your own bedroom or did you share a bedroom with your brother?
I had
I had
my own bedroom.
Bedroom. And did you have a big bed or a small bed in your bedroom? Do you remember in Florida?
No.
You don't remember? Okay. And did she have a big bed or a small bed?
She had a small bed.
She had a small bed. And did she keep her room clean or was her room always messy?
Well, I don't know, but I think
It was?
I think it was. But I don't know.
You don't know. And normally, here in Spain, is your room normally messy or clean?
Well,
Messy? Yeah? But do you clean it or does your mother clean it?
usually I do.
Usually, and do you make your own bed or does your mother make your bed for you?
My mother does.
Your mother does it. And what time do you get up every morning for school, Sergio?
8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock. Ask me what time I get up every day.
What?
What time?
What time do you wake
Up
up
in the morning.
in the morning?
Me? What time do I wake up in the morning? At 20 minutes to 6. Before 6 o'clock. I get up very early. Yeah, ask me why I get up early.
Why do you get up early?
Because I start work early. Ask me what time I start work. What time?
What time do you start work?
I start work at 7:30. Very early in the morning. Yeah.
But what person may get up at 6 o'clock to go to class in the morning?
Yeah, I start teaching. My first class is at 7:30 in the morning. All right? Ask me how many students I have.
How many students do you have?
I have 500,000 students at the same time.
On the TV?
On TV, no. I teach on the radio, too.
Oh.
All right. I teach on the radio, too. Ask me if I like to teach.
Do you like to teach?
Teach.
Teach.
Yes, I do. Ask me if I like to teach children like you.
Do you like to teach children
Like?
like me?
Yes, sometimes I like to teach children like you. And ask me if I like to teach on television.
Do you like to teach on television?
Yes, I do. Ask me if I like to teach on the radio.
Do you like to teach on the radio?
Yes, I do. Ask me if I like to eat spaghetti.
Do you like to eat spaghetti?
Yes, I like to eat spaghetti. All right. Here, put your hands down. Ask me if I like to eat spinach.
Do you like to eat spinach?
No, I don't. Well, it depends. Some kinds of spinach, okay? Do you like to eat spinach?
Every single spinach.
Every single spinach. All right. And does your mother make spinach well?
Yes, she does.
All right. Now, do you have spinach every day at home?
No, I don't.
Okay. How often do you eat spinach?
Once a month.
Once a month. Ask me how often I eat spinach.
How often do you eat spinach?
About once a year. Not very often. All right. Ask me what kind of spinach I like.
What kind of spinach do you like?
I like cream spinach, okay? Ask me if my wife makes cream spinach well.
Does your wife make cream spinach well?
Yes, she does. Very, very well. All right? And ask me if I'm going to see my wife after this class. Are you going?
Are you going to see your wife
After this
class?
Yes, I am. Ask me where I'm going to see her.
Where are you going to see her?
I'm going to see her at home. Ask me if we are going to stay at home. Are you going
Are you going
to stay
with
At home?
At home.
No. Ask me where we're going to go.
Are you...
Ask me where.
Where are you going to go?
We're going to go out. Ask me if we are going out for dinner.
Are you going out for dinner?
Yes, we are. Ask me if we are going to a nice restaurant.
Are you going to a nice restaurant?
Yes, we are. Ask me why.
Why?
Yeah, ask me why we're going to a nice restaurant.
Why are you going to a nice restaurant?
Because it's our anniversary. Our wedding anniversary. Yeah. Yeah. Ask me if I'm married.
Do you married?
Are you married?
Are you married?
Yes, I am. Ask me how long I've been married.
How long have you been married?
I've been married for 30 years. Yeah, a long time. Ask me if I'm tired of my wife.
Are you tired of your wife?
No, I'm not. Are you tired of your sister? Sometimes.
I don't know.
Are you tired of your brother? Yes? All right. Now, ask me if I still like my wife.
Do you still like your wife?
Yes, I do. I still like my wife, okay? And ask me if we go to the same restaurant every anniversary.
Do you go to the same restaurant every anniversary?
No, I don't. We don't, okay? Ask me where we are going tonight.
Where are you going tonight?
I don't know yet. I haven't made a decision, all right? And ask me if I like to go out.
Do you like to go out?
Yes. Do you like to go out? Or do you prefer to eat at home?
No.
You prefer to go out?
Yes.
All right, you like to go out. And do you go out every day for dinner?
No.
You don't. How often do you go out for dinner?
Well, I go out for dinner.
Once a week? Once a month? Once a year? Yeah? 3 times?
3 times a year, I think.
3 times a year, okay. And, and what's your favorite food besides spinach?
Pizza.
Pizza. Ask me what my favorite food is. Marina?
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is corn. Corn on the cob. Have you ever tried corn on the cob?
Nope.
You haven't? It's my favorite food. Ask me if people eat corn in Spain.
Do people eat corn in Spain?
No, not very much. But in the States, they eat a lot. Ask me what my favorite food is in Spain.
What is your favorite food on Spain?
On Spain or in Spain?
In Spain.
All right. My favorite food in Spain is paella. Is paella from Valencia or from Seville? Do you know?
Nope.
Ask me where paella is from.
Where
is
paella from?
Paella is from Valencia. Have you ever heard of fabada?
Nope.
You don't. Have you ever heard of spaghetti?
Of course.
Is spaghetti from Italy or from Greece?
It's from China.
Spaghetti is from China originally. Yeah. Okay. Who brought spaghetti to Europe? Marco Polo or Christopher Columbus?
Marco Polo.
All right. And did Marco Polo live before I was born?
Of course he did.
Did he live in the 12th century or in the 13th century? Do you know?
In the 12th century.
Century.
The 13th century.
I think in the 13th century. Okay. And did he go to China alone or with his father and uncle?
He went alone. Well, he didn't.
He went with his father and uncle. Yeah. Yeah. He went with his uncle and his father. And how many years did he stay in China? Do you know?
Nope.
Ask me.
How many years did he stay in China?
Well, according to the story, he stayed in China for 20 years. Okay. Was he from Venice or from Barcelona?
He was from Venice.
He was from Venice. Okay. Have you ever been to Venice?
Nope.
You haven't? Have you ever?
I would like to.
You would like to. Have you ever been to California?
Nope.
Ask me if I've ever been to California.
Have you ever been to California?
Yes, I have.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice, okay? But I prefer Venice, all right? Ask me if I have, well, have you ever been to Barcelona?
No.
You haven't? No. Ask me.
Do you go to Barcelona?
No. Have you ever been?
Have you ever been in Barcelona?
Have I ever been to Barcelona? Yes, I have. Ask me how many times I've been to Barcelona.
How many times have you been in Barcelona?
I've been to Barcelona. Se dice tú aquí. I've been to Barcelona 20 or 30 times. Ask me how many times I've been to Venice.
How many times have you been to Venice?
To Venice.
Venice.
Only once. Ask me how many times I've been to Italy.
How many times have you been to Italy?
I've been to Italy about 5 or 6 times. Have your parents ever been to Italy?
Yeah.
They have?
Yep.
Have they ever lived in Italy?
Yeah, they have.
Where did they live in Italy?
In Rome.
All right. And was that before you were born or after you were born?
Before and after.
Ah, so were you born in Rome?
Nope.
Where were you born?
They went to Spain. I was born, and they went back to Italy.
So they came to Spain to have you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. And where was Marina born?
She was born in the same place that I was born.
As I was born, in Valladolid. All right. And who is your best friend at school?
Boy or girl?
Girl.
Leonor.
Leonor. And is she older or younger than you?
Younger.
Do you know Leonor?
Yeah.
All right. And is Leonor taller or shorter than Marina?
She's pretty short.
She's a lot shorter or a little shorter?
A lot.
She's a lot shorter. And does Leonor speak English?
A little bit.
She does?
Yes, a little bit.
All right.
She doesn't like hello?
Hello, but does she live near you?
No, she doesn't.
Okay, but is she in the same class as you or in a different class?
Yes, in the same.
She's in the same class, okay. And do you normally sit next to her in class?
Yes.
Do you go to school together?
Yes.
You do?
Is I see her?
No, but Marina, do you go to school in the morning with Leonor?
No.
You don't. How do you go to school? Does your mother take you?
Yeah.
How long does it take to go to school?
Well, I don't know. Maybe 10 minutes or something.
It takes about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. And what time is the first class?
9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock. Not at 8 o'clock. All right. What time do you get to school every day?
Well,
You get to school at 8:30 or just before 9 o'clock?
9,
Just before 9?
9, 10.
Oh, you get to school late every day?
A bit.
A bit late. And what's your first class?
Well, my first class, each day it's one. On Monday it's Spanish.
All right.
And then no more.
And then no more. All right. How long does the Spanish class last?
1 hour.
All right. Ask me how long this class lasts on television.
How
long?
long does this class last on television?
It lasts 2 hours every day. Yeah. You're only in the first hour, but it continues, okay, for 2 hours. All right. And ask me how long my class lasts on the radio.
How long does your class last on the radio?
My class on the radio lasts 3 hours.
Wow.
Ask me if I get tired during the class.
Do you get tired during the class?
No, I don't. Ask me how many hours I teach every day.
How many hours do you teach every day?
I teach about 7 or 8 hours every day. Ask me how old I was when I started to teach.
How old were you when you started to teach?
I was 22 years old when I started teaching. Yeah. Ask me how many years I've been teaching.
How many years have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 34 years. Ask if I'm starting to get tired of teaching.
Are you starting to get tired of teaching?
No, I'm not. Ask if my students learn quickly.
Do your students learn quickly?
No, they don't. Ask me why.
Why?
Why
Why don't your students learn quickly?
Because they don't study enough. Ask me why they don't study enough.
Why don't they study enough?
I don't know, Sergio. I don't know why they don't study. Maybe it's not so important for them to learn English. Is it important for you?
Yes, it is.
All right. Do you have English class at school now?
Well, yes, but it's boring.
It's boring. Okay. And does the teacher speak English well?
Yep.
All right. Is the teacher from the United States?
No.
Where is the teacher from?
He's from the United Kingdom.
All right. And do you understand his accent well?
Well, no.
Does it sound strange to you?
A bit.
Does Marina have the same teacher?
No.
Who is your English teacher, Marina?
Miss Yodi.
Sorry?
Miss Yodi.
Miss Yodi. I remember Miss Yodi. And she's from the United States.
Yes.
All right. Now, do you know his English teacher?
No.
You don't? All right. How many English teachers are there in your school? Do you know? Here, sit up straight. You don't know. All right.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And how many students are there in your school? Is it a big school?
1 million.
It's a big school.
It's a huge school.
All right. But
4 buildings.
Really?
Yeah.
But is it only for primary school or is it primary and secondary?
It's primary, secondary, and kindergarten.
And kindergarten. And did you go to kindergarten there?
Nope.
You didn't. When you said you were in Florida for 1 year, okay? How long ago was that?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Would you like to go back?
Of course I would.
Did you have a lot of fun when you were there?
I did.
Did you play a lot of sports?
No.
No, you didn't. Okay. And was school easy or more difficult in Florida than here?
It was easier than anything.
It was easier than anything?
Yeah.
All right. And what time did you finish school every day in Florida?
I finished school at
3 o'clock? 3:30? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Okay, what time do you finish here in Valladolid?
I finished.
Do you know? Do you finish after lunch or before lunch? No?
I don't know.
All right. Ask me what time I finished school when I was your age. What time?
What time did you finish school when you were my age?
I finished school at 3 o'clock. Ask me what time I started.
What time did you start at school when you were my age?
All right. I started at 9 o'clock and I finished at 3. Ask me if I had lunch at school or at home.
Do you have lunch at school
or at home?
Or at home?
At school, every day for 30 minutes. And do you have lunch at home or at school?
At school.
At school. Is the food good at school? No? All right. Well, we're going to have to stop. It's been a pleasure. Marina, are you tired?
Yes.
Ask me if I'm tired. Are you?
Are you tired?
No. I have to continue now. I have to continue. So I can't be tired. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in just a few minutes to continue with our program. So you have about 5 minutes and then we will continue. So I'll see you in a few minutes, okay? Take care. Hello and welcome back. Okay, let's get to work. Manos a la obra. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Blanca, are you an expert on Roman history?
No, I'm not.
No?
I wish I were.
I wish I were. Ask Maria Jose if she's an expert on Roman history.
Are you an expert on Rome history?
Roman.
On Roman history?
No, I'm not.
All right, well, ask me when Rome became a republic.
When did Rome become a republic?
Rome became a republic around 500 BC. Ask me what BC means.
What does BC mean?
BC means before Christ. And ask me what Rome was before it became a republic.
What was Rome before it became a republic?
Before it became.
Before it became a republic.
Good. Repeat, please. Está
What
bien.
was Rome before it became a republic?
What was Rome before it became a republic? It was a monarchy. Okay. Ask me how long Rome was a republic.
How long was Rome a republic?
Rome was a republic for about 450 years. Okay. Ask me what Rome became after that.
What Rome became What did Rome become after that?
After that? Okay. Rome became an empire based on a monarch, but basically a monarchy again, but not a normal monarchy, based on emperors. Okay, but not a republic with democratic institutions. Okay, and ask me what the best moment was of the Roman Republic.
What was the best moment of the Roman Republic?
Probably the best moment of the Roman Republic was in the period of the Punic Wars. Ask Blanca if she has ever heard of the Punic Wars.
Have you ever heard of the Punic Wars?
No, I haven't.
Ask Maria Jose if she knows how to say the Punic Wars in Spanish.
Do you know how to say
the
Punic War in Spanish?
Yes, I do.
How do you say it?
Guerras Púnicas.
Las Guerras Púnicas. Now, ask me who the most important person was in the Punic Wars.
Who was the most important person in the Punic Wars?
Well, ask me how many Punic Wars there were.
How many Punic Wars were there?
There were 3. Okay. Ask me which one was the most important.
Which one was the most important?
Well, probably the last one because it finished, but the middle one was very, very important, the Punic War. And ask me when these wars took place.
When did those wars take place?
Okay. They took place more or less between 250 BC and 150 BC. Ask me if they took place before Julius Caesar was born.
Did they take place before Julius Caesar was born?
Yes. They took place before he was born. Okay. Ask me how many years after the last war he was born.
How many years was he after he
the last? Ask me how many years after the last war Caesar was born.
How many years after the last war was born Julius Caesar?
Was Julius Caesar?
Was Julius Caesar born?
He was born about 60 years or 70 years after the last Punic War. And ask me who the war was between.
Who was the war between?
The war was between Rome and Carthage. Ask Blanca if she has ever heard of Carthage.
Have you ever heard of Carthage?
Carthage. Cartilage is cartílago.
Yes.
Carthage. Cartago.
Yes, I have.
All right. Ask me where Carthage was located.
Where is Carthage located?
Where is, se puede decir, but mejor
where was Carthage located?
It was located in North Africa, on the coast, in what is today Tunisia. Ask me if there are still some ruins of Carthage in Tunisia.
Are there still some ruins of Carthage in Tunisia?
Yes, there are, but not many. There are very few ruins. Ask me why there are very few ruins.
Why were there?
Why are there?
Why are there so
few?
So few ruins.
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 Como si fuera una E.
Ruins.
Because the Romans destroyed Carthage completely and put salt on the ground to destroy the land. Okay? Now, ask me if the Carthaginians were similar to the Romans.
Were the Carthaginians similar to the Romans?
No, they weren't. Ask me why they were so different.
Why were they so different?
The Carthaginians were descendants of the Phoenicians. How do you say?
How do you say his name in Spanish?
Escipión, el africano, they say. Okay? Yeah, he's Scipio. Ask me who the most important general was for the Carthaginians.
Who was the most important general for the Carthaginians? Carthaginians?
Tienes que hablar más alto.
Yes.
Hannibal. Hannibal. Have you ever heard of Hannibal?
Sure.
Okay. And ask me if Hannibal spent much time in Italy.
Did Hannibal spend much time in Italy?
Yes, he did. Ask me how long he was in Italy.
How long was he in Italy?
He was in Italy for about 50 years. Okay. Ask me if he won a lot of battles in Italy.
Did he win a lot of battles in Italy?
Yes, he did. Ask me how many battles he won.
How many battles did he win?
He won 3 or 4 battles. Okay. And ask me why he didn't conquer Rome.
Why didn't he conquer Rome?
That is something that nobody knows why. Yeah, nobody knows why. But he won every battle and he decided not to enter Rome. He continued south to the south of Italy. All right? Ask me if Hannibal spent much time in Spain.
Did Hannibal spend a lot of time in Spain?
Yes, he did. He spent a lot of time in Spain. Ask me why.
Why did he spend a lot of time in Spain?
Part of Spain, the Spain of Murcia, Alicante, and Almeria, and that area, and Valencia, were under Carthaginian power. Okay? Now, ask me when Julius Caesar was born.
When did Julius... When born?
He was born in 100 C. Tell Blanca to ask me how old he was when he died.
Ask him how old he was when